Okay, class. So our topic for today is about using subordinate conjunctions. Okay, so our objectives are for you to be able to recognize the subordinate conjunction used in a sentence. And then identify the dependent clause and independent clause in a sentence and compose clear and coherent sentences using subordinate conjunctions. So I know English is complicated, class, but I believe in you that you can do this because you can learn anything as long as you are willing to give your best, di ba? Kung talagang gusto mong matuto, you will pay attention, you will listen carefully, you will focus, mag-concentrate, kasi gusto mong matuto. And you want to give your best. Pero kung ayaw mong matuto, it's up to you, di ba? Pag nag-back to normal na or back to face-to-face, wala kang natutunan sa online class natin because it's choice mo yun. Pinili mong hindi matuto di ba? Alright. So next. So our previous lesson is about adjectives. So what is an adjective? Who can tell me what an adjective is?
Describes a noun po.
Okay, good job. Adjectives are words we use to describe a noun. Or in short class, they are describing words. Okay? Kung may verb, may action words, meron tayong describing words. Dinidescribe niya yung noun. Okay, meron din naman tayong lesson about types of adjectives. What are the types of adjectives? Meron
Descriptive po, ma'am.
Tama, descriptive. Ano pa?
Adjective of numbers.
Adjective of numbers. What else?
Demonstrative adjective.
Demonstrative adjectives and
Possessive adjective.
okay, 5 yon, okay? Alright, ito yon. We have 5 types or kinds of adjectives. We have descriptive adjectives. It answers the questions. What kind? What kind of apple? Red apple. What kind of apple? Big apple. Diba? Descriptive yon. When we say demonstrative, you use the word this, those, that, diba? It is pointing out to something. Used to point out something. Interrogative, ask questions, diba? Which apples? Ganon. Which dress? What dog? Mga ganyan. Possessive is the ownership, diba? Halimbawa, possessive, my father. Whose father? My father. My. Ours. Ano pa? Theirs. Yon, mga possessive adjectives. Number and quantity. When you say number and number, it answers the questions, how much and how many. Okay? How much, it doesn't tell you the exact amount. Approximate amount lang. How much? Few. Enough. Ganon, some. When you say how many, it gives you the exact number. First, second, 1, 2, ganon. Alright? So, get your notebook and answer this one. Identify the word that does not belong to the group. Dito sa number 1, descriptive adjectives. All are examples of descriptive adjective except one. May isang hindi kasali. And identify mo yun. Ano yun? Write it in your notebook. Answer only. Okay? Sabay-sabay tayong matatapos ha. I will read the question tapos piliin mo na kaagad yung sagot mo. Huwag mo nang tagalan. Okay? Number 1, descriptive adjective. So, lahat to example niya maliban sa isa. Yun ang kukunin natin. Yun ang ira-write mo sa notebook mo. Is it red? Is it big? Is it 5? Is it handsome? Okay, pili na kayo dyan ng isa lang na word. Number 2, adjective of number. Lahat to example of adjective of number. Except one. Ano yun? Few, some, second, or sweet. Okay, number 3, demonstrative adjective. Is it this, which, those, that? Next, number 4, interrogative adjective. Your, what, which, whose. Number 5, possessive adjective. Their, my, our, she. Okay? So, I guess you're done. Okay, number 1, the word that does not belong here is the word 5. Kasi yung 5 is adjective of number. Okay, so number 1 answer is 5. Number 2 answer is sweet. Kasi ang sweet na word ay descriptive adjective. Number 3, ano ba? Demonstrative adjective. So, ang hindi belong sa group ay which. Which. Number 4, interrogative adjective. Okay, your. Your ang hindi belong dyan. Number 5, she. She is a pronoun. Okay? Score, class. Type your score, please. Next. So, class, who can tell me what are these words? What are these words? These words are example of what? These words are example of subordinating conjunctions. Okay, last time, dun sa previous lesson natin about complex sentence, I told you to memorize at least 5 example of subordinating conjunctions. 5 yung pinamemorize ko sa inyo. So today, you have to add another 5. Mag-memorize uli kayo ng 5. So meron na kayong 10 subordinating. You now have 10 subordinating conjunctions in your minds, di ba? 10 na ang alam mo, di ba? Not bad. Kahit yan lang matutunan mo for the whole year. Meron kang 10 subordinating conjunctions. Okay, let's read them aloud. Basahin natin siya ng malakas dyan sa ating mga upuan. Okay, lahat tayo magbabasa ha. After, although, as, because, before, even if, even though, if, in order to, once, provided that, rather than, since, so that, done, that, wag na mag-turn on. Though, unless, until, when, whether, where, whereas, wherever, whether, while, and why. Okay? So, lahat yan, those are examples of subordinating conjunction. Pag nakita nyo yan sa sentence, alam nyo kaagad na subordinating conjunctions yan. Kasi, nag-memorize ka ng 10. Okay, next. So today we're gonna talk about conjunctions. Teacher, what is a conjunction? Class, ang conjunction is also a part of a speech. Diba? Meron tayong 8 parts of a speech. Dapat alam mo yon, memorize mo rin yun. Kasi parts of a speech is the building blocks of English. Kailangan lahat yun mapag-aralan natin. Okay? A conjunction is a word that is used to connect words, phrases, sentences, or clauses. So, ang conjunction pala ay ginagamit to connect yung mga words, phrases, sentences, and clauses. I'll show you example. This one. Number 1, when you go to London or when you go to Manila, you must try fish and chips. In here, we use the conjunction and. Ginamit natin siya, we use that to connect 2 words. Okay, fish and chips. Number 2, my cell phone is either on the table or in the drawer. So, we connect the 2 phrases. Okay, class, huwag kayong malito dun sa phrases tsaka sa clauses. Kasi class, ang clauses, sabi ko diba last time, ang clauses, meron siyang subject, may predicate siya. O kaya may subject siya, may verb siya. Ang phrases naman, nakita mo, on the table. May verb ba dyan? Wala, diba? Table, that is a noun. In the drawer. Drawer is a noun also. Name of things yan. On is a preposition. Kaya nga tawag dyan, prepositional phrase. Okay, so phrases yan. Itong number 3 naman, dito tayo magpo-focus. Yasmin went to see her manager. That is a simple sentence. And then another one, but he wasn't in his office. So, dalawang clauses yan, two clauses. We unite together. We combine them together using conjunction. Okay? Alright, so class, ang conjunctions, there are three types of conjunctions. We have coordinating conjunctions. Examples niyan, yung fanboys. Okay, fanboys. Natatandaan yung fanboys, coordinating conjunctions. And then we have subordinating conjunctions. And we have correlative conjunction. Next week, we are going to study coordinating. But today, we are going to talk about subordinating conjunctions. Yung kaninang binasa natin. Okay? Yan ang ating topic today. Teacher, ano ba yung subordinating conjunction? O, ito yun, di ba? These are examples of subordinating conjunctions. Okay, next. So, teacher, what do subordinating conjunctions do? Ano po bang ginagawa ng subordinating conjunction? Okay, kanina sinabi ko, they join the dependent clause and independent clause. Gino-join niya. Pinagsasama niya, di ba? It's a little complicated topic kasi in order to understand the subordinating conjunctions, you have to understand the difference between an independent and dependent clause. Yan ang focus natin today. Kasi ang function ng subordinating conjunctions ay they unite or join independent and dependent clause. Yan ang kanilang function. Yan ang purpose nila. So, parang ganito, naalala niyo yung topic natin about complex sentence? Yung complex sentence is made up of independent clause and dependent clause, di ba? Joined by subordinating conjunction. So, gagawa tayo ng complex sentence. E teacher, ano nga uli yung independent clause? Ito yun. Ang independent clause ay it contains subject and predicate. Okay, may subject, may predicate, or may subject, may verb. Ito si cat is your subject, sleeping is your predicate or your verb, di ba? Is sleeping. So, itong sentence na, the cat is sleeping. It sounds, di ba? Makes sense, di ba? Complete yung idea. The cat is sleeping. Ang cat ay natutulog. It can stand alone. Kaya niya yan mag-isa. Okay? Hindi niya na kailangan ng iba para maintindihan yung ibig niyang sabihin. The cat is sleeping, natutulog yung pusa. Okay? Next, tingnan natin yung independent yun ha. Tingnan natin yung dependent. Gusto nyo gawin natin dependent clause itong sentence na the cat is sleeping. When we add subordinate conjunction at the beginning of your simple sentence, nagiging dependent na siya. Bakit teacher? Kasi nga, it doesn't sound complete, hindi na siya naiintindihan ng buo. If it causes you to ask, yeah, so what? Definitely, it's a dependent clause kasi it cannot stand alone. Hindi yung message niya hindi kompleto. Okay? Oh, wait. Halimbawa, when the cat is sleeping, okay? So what? Kung natutulog yung pusa, ano ngayon? So, yung message hindi complete, tama? Kaya dapat, when the cat is sleeping, the mouse is playing. The mouse is playing when the cat is sleeping. Di ba? Yung dependent na siya kapag may conjunction sa umpisa. Okay? Katulad nito, while I was watching TV, ayan, ito yung while, yan yung conjunction mo. Automatic, subordinate clause mo siya or dependent clause. Pareho lang yun class yung dependent clause tsaka subordinate clause. My mom was cooking supper. Okay? Ito yung independent mo, kaya niya mag-isa, naiintindihan siya kahit wala siyang kasama. My mom was cooking supper, nagluluto, supper is dinner. My mom is cooking supper, nagluluto ng dinner si mommy. While ako naman nanonood ng TV, habang ako nanonood ng TV. Kung babaliktarin mo yan, pwede naman. Ganun pa rin. My mom was cooking while I was watching TV. Okay? So, paano mo yan? May rule dyan. Okay? May rule, may tamang way na pagsulat dyan. Ito yun. Tingnan nyo. You can put the dependent clause at the start or at the beginning of the sentence. Okay? Ganito. While I was in college, inuna mo yung dependent clause mo. Inuna mo siya, while I was in college, that is your subordinate clause. My younger sister was in high school. Make sure after your dependent clause, may comma. While I was in college, comma, my younger sister was in high school. Pag gusto mong unahin yung independent clause mo, you no need to put comma. My younger sister was in high school while I was in college. Nakita nyo sa second example, walang comma. Next. To. If it rains, di ba? Yan yung dependent clause mo or subordinate clause. If it rains, nauna siya eh. Kaya kailangan mo siyang lagyan ng comma. If it rains, I won't go to school. Pero dahil hindi mo siya inuna, nilagay mo siya sa huli, ganito itsura niya sa baba. I won't go to school if it rains. No need to put comma. Clear po ba? Okay, next. Alright, who can tell me which one is the independent clause? Yung naka-box ba o yung naka-underline? Okay, come on class. Sino sasagot? Si Salvador. O, sige, si Salvador muna. Salvador, go.
Sa akin po yung dun po sa first yung I didn't pass the test because I was too lazy to study. Yung independent niya po yung because I was too lazy to study. Tapos
Hindi.
independent niya, I didn't pass the test kasi yung because yun yung niya, yun yung para mabuo yung
Sige, okay, that's correct. Sabi mo, yung I didn't pass the test, that is your independent. Tama. Independent siya. Yung because I was too lazy, dahil nandun na yung because, katabi na niya, ibig sabihin, yun na yung dependent mo. Tama, galing ah. Next example. Si Makoy daw. Makoy, go. Ay, sorry.
I broke my leg when I was...
Sige, ulit.
I broke my leg when I was 10. Yung independent po, yung I broke my leg po, tapos independent when I was 10.
Okay, good job. What about the last one? The last example. Okay,
She might watch the concert if someone invites her. Yung independent clause po, ma'am, yung she might watching the concert. Tapos yung dependent clause naman po yung if someone invites her.
Okay, good job. Okay, so now class, so for you to be able to understand the subordinating conjunction, you should know the functions. Alam nyo dapat kung kailan gagamitin ang isang subordinating conjunctions. Halimbawa, after, before, when, since, till, until, as soon as, while, once, whenever, where, wherever. Those conjunctions denote time or place. Okay? Next, yung as, because, since, so that, now that, as if, as thought, in order that, unless, ginagamit naman siya for cause or reason. Okay? Okay, malilito dyan, ha? Cause and reason, the reason, bakit? Diba? Teacher, bago sa pandinig ko yung less. Okay lang yun kasi yung conjunction na yan, ang meaning niyan ay for fear that or denoting fear. Halimbawa, she is hesitant to speak out. Takot siya magsalita, ganun. Lest she will be fired. Kasi takot siyang ma-fired o matanggal ng trabaho, ganun. Okay? Next is ano na to? Concession or contrast. When you say concession or contrast, it's just a contrasting idea. Different idea lang. Okay? Opposite idea. Gagamit ka ng, kapag ang sentence mo ganun, contrasting ideas, gamit ka ng though, although, even though, whereas. Okay? Pag condition naman or comparison, when you compare things, while, if, unless, than, whether, as much as, whereas. Okay? So, ito yung more example niyan. So, ito. So, when do we use because? Shows reason, di ba? Bibigyan ka niya ng reason. People don't want to buy toothpaste because it was costly. Kasi binigay niya yung reason. Teacher Eva is absent because I'm sick. That's reason. Okay? Next. When do you use since? Reason pa rin. The store is closed since it was Saturday. O kaya pwede rin, Teacher Eva is happy since you all get or you all got perfect score. Next, Purpose. Yung so that naman, we use that for purpose. Maria studied her lesson so that she can get high grades. So, Teacher Eva prepared her presentation very well so that you can understand the lesson better, di ba? Okay, next. Sabi ko yung concession. Concession, pag ang clause mo begins with although or even though, those are contrasting or opposite idea. Okay? Something that is different from another thing. Halimbawa nito, though it was raining, kahit umuulan, she went out. Okay? Ito pa, he lives in a small house even though he is a millionaire. Di ba contrasting idea? He's living in a small house pero millionaire pala siya. Diba? Okay, next. So these are your subordinate clauses or dependent clauses. Bakit siya dependent? Kasi nga it starts with subordinate conjunction. Yang because, as, lahat ng naka-underline na yan, subordinate conjunction yan. Okay? Kaya mo alam na subordinate to or dependent clause ito because it starts with subordinate conjunction. Okay? So, first example, because of the rain. Dahil sa ulan. So, ano ngayon? So what? Ano pwede nating i-connect dyan to complete the idea or to complete the sentence? Because of the heavy rain, who wants to recite? Because of the heavy rain, ano ginawa mo? Ano nangyari?
Because of the heavy rain,
I can't go to school.
Okay. Because of the heavy rain, we cannot go to school. Because of the heavy rain, a lot of people is suffering from floods, di ba? Okay, next, as the teacher discusses, as the teacher discusses, ano nangyari? Ano ginawa niyo?
So I learned lesson.
Okay, as the teacher discusses, everyone is listening to learn, di ba? Next, in order that, ibig sabihin ng in order that, para, ganon. In order that he can finish, okay, in order that he can finish the task early, anong dapat niyang gawin? Para matapos siya ng maaga.
Studied well.
Ano? Okay, in order that he can finish the task early, he needs to study very well. Pwede, oh. Next, class, may naka-on naman. Since we got to the car, since andito na tayo sa car, since we got to the car,
can buy some car.
sige, we are now ready to go to supermarket or to the mall. Next, that in the midst of trouble, that kahit daw in the midst of trouble, ano dapat tayo? Ano?
We are safe.
Okay. That in the midst of challenges, you need to stay strong, ganon. You need to continue praying, ganon. Okay? Next. So now, class, it's time for you to do your activity. Get your notebook, answer this. Okay, my instruction. You have to follow my instruction. Una muna natin gagawin. The first thing that we are going to do is to identify the subordinate conjunction. I-identify muna natin yung subordinate conjunction. Dito sa 1 to 5 na to, basahin mo yung sentence o kaya I will read the sentence tapos piliin mo na kaagad kung nasaan ang conjunction. Diyan yung subordinate conjunction. Tapos write ka mabuti. Identify the subordinate conjunction. Hanapin natin kung nasaan ang subordinate conjunction na ginamit sa sentence. Okay? Number 1, I can't go with you this time because I will help my mother. Asan dyan sa sentence ang subordinate conjunction? Isulat mo sa notebook mo. Okay? Yun lang muna ang una natin gagawin. Number 2. Okay, number 2, identify the subordinate. In number 2, we should find time to read during this lockdown so that we will learn something new. Okay, nakita nyo na ba kung nasan yung subordinate conjunction dyan? Number 3, while you are outside, do your share not to spread the virus. Number 4, doctors and nurses work overtime, although they are exhausted. Number 5, I hope to see you before you go somewhere tomorrow. Okay? I guess number 1, the conjunction, the subordinate conjunction in number 1 is the word because. Diba? Alam nyo na dapat yan. Lagi natin ginagamit sa mga examples. Number 2, the subordinate conjunction there is so that. Okay? Number 3, the subordinate conjunction is the word while. Number 4, the answer is although. Number 5, before. Ayun, before. Before, okay? Type your scores, class. Alright, so now class, next na tayo ha, next activity. Identify the independent clause in each number or in each sentence. So, you can, volunteer yourself kung kaya mo at alam mo naman yung sagot, mag-volunteer ka na. Halimbawa, sa number 1, example ko na sa number 1 ha. Number 1, I can't go with you this time because I will help my mother. So, sabi ni teacher, identify mo ang independent dyan or which is the independent dyan. I can't, di ba, alam niyo naman kung nasa na yung subordinate conjunction. Di ba? Because, automatic, because kasama niya yung second clause. Because I will help my mother. Automatic, yan yung dependent clause mo or yung subordinate mo, di ba? So, automatic, I can't go with you this time is your independent clause. Diba?
Sige po.
Okay.
Basahin ko muna po. We should find the time to read during this lockdown so that we will learn something new.
Okay, Makoy. Asan ang independent mo dyan, Makoy?
Ano po yung we should find time to read?
Okay. Ang independent clause mo dyan, we should find time to read during this lockdown. That is your independent clause. Good job. Next, sino pa? Si Lian Pontiliano. Lian, go.
While you are outside, do your share not to spread the virus. Yung
Okay.
po ma'am, yung independent clause, yung do your share not to spread the virus.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Sige, go.
4 po.
Sige.
Doctor and nurses work overtime although they are exhausted. Yung ko po, yung independent ko po, yung although they are exhausted. Tapos yung dependent ko, doctor and nurses work overtime.
Hindi kaya nabaliktad mo,
Ay,
Salvador?
baliktad.
Sige, ayusin mo. Ayusin mo. Go.
Independent ko po, doctor and nurses work overtime. Tapos dependent ko, although they are exhausted.
Okay, that's correct. Next, si Hassan. Hassan, go.
I hope to see you before you go somewhere tomorrow. Yung po, yung dependent clause ko po yung before you go somewhere tomorrow. Tas yung independent clause naman po, I hope to see you.
Good job. Okay. So, gusto ko lang makita kung you can write a simple sentence, class. Write a simple sentence that is your independent clause. Tapos, we are going to add a subordinator or subordinate conjunction at the beginning of your sentence para maging dependent clause siya. So, sample, ito yun. I was watching TV. That is my simple sentence. That is my independent clause. Okay? Gawa na kayo sa notebook nyo. Gawa kayo ng simple sentence nyo.
Ilan, ma'am?
Isa lang. Tapos, nakita niyo yung second sentence ko, while I was watching TV. While I was watching TV. Yung simple sentence ko, nilagyan ko ng, ano nilagay ko? Conjunction, ng subordinate conjunction at the beginning. Diba? While is an example of subordinate conjunction, diba? Kaya siya, nung nilagyan ko siya ng subordinate conjunction, naging siya? Independent clause pa rin ba siya?
Hindi na po.
Ano na siya?
Hindi po.
Ano?
Hindi na po.
Ma'am,
Dependent clause na po.
Ma'am, pwede po sa hulian yung conjunction.
Hindi, gayahin mo tong sample ko. Ito, nakikita mo yung nasa screen, gawa ka muna ng ganito. Tapos, pag nakasulat ka na, lagyan mo sa umpisa ng subordinate conjunction. Ito yung pagpipilian mo. Pili ka ng mga subordinate conjunction na gusto mong gamitin dyan. Okay?
So pwede po yung because sa dulo po.
Hindi. Kasi ang instruction ko ganito. Ito papakita ko sa'yo. Ayan ganyan ang gagawin mo. Gumawa ako ng simple sentence or independent clause ko na I come. O kaya the boy cried. Canada is a rich country. Tapos, ang ginawa ko, nilagyan ko sa umpisa, tingnan mo yung number 1 ko, before I come. Because the boy cried. Although Canada is, tingnan mo, ginawa ko siyang dependent clause. Tingnan nyo yung sample ko. Ganyan gagawin nyo.
Sige po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Okay, pag meron na kayong nagawa, sabihin nyo sa akin. I-on nyo yung mic nyo. Salvador, okay, go.
I got sick.
Hindi, ang
after
sabihin mo
going
muna,
school.
I got sick. Yan muna ang sabihin mo, I got sick.
I got
Okay.
sick, ma'am.
Ano?
Tapos, dinagdagan ko siya.
Na, after. O,
After
sige,
going
hindi.
school.
Yung after, ilagay mo sa simula, after I got sick, ganun. After I got sick, o, anong next mo dun? Anong pwede mong itugtong dun?
After I got sick, I eat some junk food.
Okay, that's correct. Tama, ang galing nyo. Sige,
Ma'am,
ako sa inyo. Sige, next na, Koy.
ako po. My cat is eating.
Okay.
While my cat is eating.
Okay, tama. While your cat is eating, anong ginawa niya? Sige nga, tuloy mo nga yung sentence mo. While my cat is eating,
He looked at me.
he look at you. He thanked me. Baka nag-thank you sa sayo. Tama naman Pwede naman di ba yung tinitingnan ka niya? Okay naman yun. Tama din yun. Sige, si ano daw? Si Bargamento Justin. Sasagot ka ba, Bargamento? Kaya ka nag-comment? Ha? Class, pag tinawag ko yung pelido nyo, mag-react kayo. Si Andres daw, si Andres Denise Nicole. Sige, Andres, go. Para may recitation ka.
When I was playing in rain, I got blue.
Okay, so ang sentence mo ay, ano yun? When I was?
Play in rain, I got
When I was. Okay, I was playing in the rain. Yun na lang ang sentence mo, di ba? When I was playing in the rain, tapos nilagyan mo ng subordinate conjunction na, ano nilagay mo?
I got blue.
Hindi, yung conjunction mo na ginamit mo, sabihin mo sa akin. When ba yun? When ba yun? Okay. When, ano yun? When the rain, ano nga tinay mo? Wala ako.
When I playing rain, I got blue.
Uh-huh.
I put this in the box.
Oo. Okay, sige. Choppy ka kasi hindi ko ma-gets masyado. Pero dapat,
Tingnan siguro yung net ko.
choppy ka eh. Dapat klasundan nyo na lang tong pattern ko dito. Gawa muna kayo ng simple sentence and from that simple sentence, lagyan nyo sa unahan ng subordinating conjunction. Tapos, saka natin siya bubuuin as simple sentence para mas madali natin siyang ma-connect. Si ano daw? Si Bargamento. Bargamento, sige. Go. Bargamento. Pag tinawag ko na kayo, mag-open na kayo. Nasaan na? Wala. Ma'am, meron po akong isa. Salvador. Sino yung Salvador na ulit?
Ano po?
Ikaw ulit? Teka lang, huwag mo na ikaw. Ibuna, si Ibuna Grace mo na. Ibuna. Ibuna Grace, saan ka na?
Yung akin po, ma'am, ano po, the dog is sleeping.
Okay, sige. Pwede naman eh. The dog is sleeping. So, ano idudugtong natin sa unahan na ano?
When po?
When the dog is sleeping, ano nangyari? Pwede mo bang dugtungan? Anong ginawa? Ano nangyari? When the dog is sleeping, Sana class kaya nyo rin siyang dugtungan ng ng independent clause. Okay, nung natutulog yung aso, anong nangyari? Okay?